Disclosure Day is the latest offering from filmmaking legend Steven Spielberg, who's about to become an octogenarian. I think Spielberg has spent more time making films than doing anything else. And this time we're taking it way back, because what we have here is a spiritual successor to one of his greatest films made in his formative years, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is Disclosure Day.
When the time is right, everything will become clear.
Whatever happens, don't you let go.
This is a different Spielberg, a much more mature and wise Spielberg. Both films, this and Close Encounters, have sort of the same overarching plotline. The government is not worthy of trust and it's hiding a whole lot of shit from you. Shocking, right? The film stars Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Colin Firth in a surprising turn as a villain, and is supported by Wyatt Russell and Coleman Domingo. It follows Josh O'Connor as Daniel Kellner, who's being hunted by a group of corporate cocksuckers from the company called Wardex, as he is in possession of some more than sensitive data taken from the company. Emily Blunt plays a news anchor named Margaret Fairchild, who is somehow connected with Kellner. That somehow in this film is aliens. It's always a delight to see a Spielberg movie. However, this feels like a film directed by the non-union Mexican equivalent, Señor Spielbergo.
Get me Steven Spielberg.
He's unavailable.
Then get me his non-union Mexican equivalent. Listen, Senor Spielbergo, I want you to do for me what Spielberg did for Oscar Schindler.
Schindler es bueno. Señor Burns es el diablo.
Listen, Spielbergo, Schindler and I are like peas in a pod. We're both factory owners. We both made shells for the Nazis, but mine worked, damn it. Now go out there and win me that festival.
It does feel like a 2.5-hour chase scene, as every other sequences are protagonists escaping or thwarting Wardex. But watching this dude work and craft a narrative is a blast. The trademarks are all there. That one hot spot of light somewhere in the frame, the soothing music by John Williams, the cool camera tricks such as the invisible long takes for which Spielberg is famous for. Yes, it does feel like a 2.5-hour chase sequence, but there's just enough, I'd say more than enough, to make you forget that there are way too many chase sequences. This is an alien film, more in tune with Arrival and Under the Skin, rather than a Men in Black or Independence Day. The narrative is focused on linguistics rather than explosions. A cardinal bird one day lands on Margaret's dinner table and it's like a sleeper agent waking up. She can somehow speak Russian, Korean, and can also read people. She's being pulled to a man named Hugo who promises that all will make sense soon. By the way, Margaret and Daniel's stories are happening during the lead up to World War III. So with all these new abilities and issues, Margaret is also out for answers. Daniel is the one who has more answers, but not to the questions Margaret has. The majority of the film is them in perilous situations trying to reach Hugo. My favorite scene in the film is a post-hasty escape. Daniel and Margaret end up in a goods train, and specifically a bogie which contains pianos. Margaret is having a panic attack, and what she's feeling is enhanced due to the unwanted soundtrack of the shaking of the pianos. We've seen something very similar in which Spielberg places a piano and uses the sound of it to create a short sequence of a score very effectively, as shown here in 1998's Saving Private Ryan. Vin Diesel was talking about family much earlier than the Fast and the Furious films, fellas. Saving Private Ryan was the inception of it. But this thing with the pianos, was it written in David Koepp's script, or was it Spielberg's edition? Either way, it was genius in my eyes. Along with John Williams, Spielberg's other collaborator, Janusz Kaminski, is behind the camera, who I feel has played it quite safe this time around. More on the lines of War of the Worlds rather than Minority Report or Private Ryan. Does the screenplay call for Private Ryan? Probably not. There are some sequences which will make you go, oh, that's cool, especially with Colin Firth's mind projection sequences and the found footage recreations of the Roswell crashes. There's nothing wrong with it, but the look and feel of the film didn't blow me away. This may sound like me picking or nitpicking on an almost 70-year-old cinematographer, legend cinematographer, but I know it, and you'll probably agree with me that we've seen much more fluid and kinetic stuff from the man. If you haven't seen Minority Report or Saving Private Ryan, I urge you to see them as soon as possible, as they're not only great films, but also great looking films which stand the test of time. The climax, while it accomplishes what it was meant to do, does feel like the story just began. And it feels like a midpoint, honestly. See, this is the same issue I had with the Transformers movies. They tease what could happen, such as, oh, if the cube turns every machine into Transformers, the world would end. Oh, but the heroes stop it just in time. In Transformers 2, the Fallen is going to take over the world, but the heroes stop it just in time. In Part 3, Cybertron will become a part of the Earth's atmosphere, but again, the heroes are just in time to stop it. Wouldn't it be more interesting to see how the heroes deal with the adversity after the bad has happened? I don't want to give away more than I said, but you'll understand it when you see it. My final nitpick. I cannot wrap my head around why the director of Jurassic freaking Park would okay this animal CGI. It's good, but 1993 looked better. Very early in this review I said that this is a mature Spielberg, and as such his films have mellowed down and become softer. But gosh darn it, you can still feel the twinkle in this man's eye and his genuine interest in extraterrestrials, which makes this much more notable than any run-of-the-mill sci-fi garbage that Amazon or Netflix produces. Hey Amazon, I played the new James Bond game. I saw where you guys made IO Interactive cut corners, but alas, that's a different review. Disclosure Day gets a solid 3 out of 5 stars from me. It's more closer to a 2.5 rather than it is a 3.5. Every film from this man should be watched for the simple fact that it's a Steven Spielberg film. Like Kurosawa and Satyajit Ray, this is a man who will be treasured till the end of time for his contributions to cinema. Go watch Disclosure Day while it's in theaters. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I shall catch you again very soon. Thank you.